What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the show, and today we are going to be taking a look at the Studio Series 86 Leader Class Grimlock figure. He is the first Dinobot we got, and since it's December, I decided to do all my Dinobot reviews for Dinobot December. And if you guys didn't check by the title, this is also a quick review. Going forward, all of my reviews are going to be quick reviews with no transformations, so you guys can get your details, and if you guys want the transformations, that's going to be a separate video that is going to be coming out approximately 15 minutes after this one. So after you guys are done watching this, you can go check that out, if it is indeed out, because I know all of my lovely subscribers are just waiting for my videos to come out, so they're watching them right when they come out, and depending on how fast this is, the transformation video might not even be out before this is over. I know you guys are doing it. Anyway, here we have our Leader Class Grimlock from Studio Series 86. He is a T-Rex, and he is a robotic T-Rex, and he looks very lovely. We'll go ahead and just take a quick look. All the painting and sculpting looks really good. You've got blue here for his eyes specifically, gold on the neck. You've got red on the side of the torso area here, the Autobot logo on the front with silver paint in the background. That's not the plastic, that is silver. You've got gold paint on the robot chest down here with that dark smoky plastic over a red Autobot symbol. The plastic could have been a little more transparent on this one. A lot of the times we want it to be smokier. I don't want it to be fully clear like the upgrade kit, but a little less smoky than that maybe. Then you've got gold paint on his dino toes, and coming around the back you have the blue, red, and green paint for the robot mode legs with black on the robot toes, and that's about it for paint on the back. And then there he is from the bottom, here he is from the side, and there he is from the top, and he is just a banana with face and legs, isn't he? Articulation for him, his head goes a full 360, his jaw can move open and shut, if you will, and his head, his head can go all the way up. It will stoop into place up, and it will stoop into place at the bottom, but in between you've got head movement, so he can tell you yes or no. You've got a ball joint here at the dino arm that can go 360, although if you've seen Lazy Eyebrow, you can run into an issue here where he breaks his arm. His elbow goes over 90 degrees in either direction, and that's it for the stock arms. If you have the upgrade kit, there's more, but I was only going to get that kit for the wheelie, and Core Class took care of me before I could afford it. So I'm not going to upgrade any of my Dinobots, especially because the Sludge upgrade kit disappoints me, but we'll get into that when we get into that. For the legs, ratcheted dino hips for the full 360. You have a 360 for your thigh swivel. He does have a knee that you unclick, because in robot mode it's going to stay clicked. I don't like the knee for the dino. For me, I like it when dinosaurs are properly digitigrade when they're theropods. So in order to keep the G1 fans happy, I do have his legs like this, but if I had it my way, I'd pop both of the joints, both the robot elbow and the dino knee, and I would get him into more of a digitigrade dino leg look, which is what you can do if you want to, but the movement is there. And then his toes can bend down so he can stab you with his foot, I guess. And that's pretty much it. There's nothing in the tail, as to be expected from G1 Grimlock. And that's it for his articulation. His accessories are his big old gun. This is just molded in this plastic, but it's a nice color choice. It's kind of like a gunmetal gray, and it doesn't, I don't think it has that little metallic flecking, but just when it catches the light on my camera, it almost looks like it does, but in person, I don't think it does. As far as storage goes, there are tabs on here somewhere. There they are. Tabs here, and you've got 2 slots on the back of his dino, or his robo feet, I should say. and you're going to marry those up, and his gun goes there for dino storage if you want. And then his other accessory is what is supposed to be wheelie. Everyone's seen this already. I appreciate the molded slingshot hand because the core class does not have that, but he's got this slingshot, which you could have the core class one hold, but spoiler warning, I think the one that he came with was better looking than this anyway. And what you are supposed to do with this wheelie is take these holes right here in his leg and pop them on this so it can look like he's riding Grimlock. And I've seen people like just pop them on one side, but what I ended up doing was, if I can get it to work, how did I do this? I want to say that I had it partially in each leg, but I could be wrong. I can't figure out how I did that now. You can tell I haven't played with wheelie in a while. I never really played with wheelie until I got the core class. Core class is fun. But yeah, so you can get him on his back. Oh, there we go. These slots down here in the legs is how I was getting them on there. So you put one leg there, and then you get the other slot in, and there. That's how I had him ride him. These pegs in the knees, I believe, will come in handy later. If not, I'm just not remembering because I don't use him. But yeah, that's how I have him ride him. I use these little notches down here to have him fully ride instead of like side saddling off the side. And there you've got your wheelie riding your Grimlock in robot mode or dino mode. I don't know. But that's it for the dino mode. So we'll go ahead and switch into our size comparisons, and then we'll go ahead and get him roboted up and see what's going on with that. Okie dokie. Here for size comparison, we have him with Tyrannicon Rex, Bumblebee Movie Ratchet, Starscream, and Sound Blaster. Alrighty, and then for robot size comparison, same molds, different faces essentially. We've got Beast Wars Megatron, Bumblebee Movie Ironhide, Skywarp, and Soundwave. Alright, here we have Grimlock in the robot mode. So here we have him in all of his glory. So we'll go ahead and throw his accessories back in. His gun, if he's not holding it, you can take this curved notch here and you can just put it around his dino arm, his dino upper arm there, and that's how you can store it on the back. Or alternatively, you could plug it into that port. It's not the best hold, unfortunately, so the arm thing works a lot better, but you can have it in his hands if you want. And we can go ahead and, if you're creative enough, he can't actually open his fingers, but if you put him in the right pose, you can pretend, if you want to, that he is holding his gun like so. So there is Grimlock with his gun. Wheelie has this post on his leg, and you're supposed to plug it into one of the shoulders and have him sitting on it. This one looks better. Oh, let me back that up and raise that up. Ew. There, that one looks better for it, but when I did plug it in, it started to stress the plastic. I can't see the stress marks anymore. It might have been the other hole, but I didn't like it. It started stressing it very minorly. It might have settled back down in the months and months since I've put wheelie on there, but essentially that's what you do with wheelie. If you feel like using wheelie, I don't feel like using wheelie. So we'll go ahead and disarm him and take a look at the details and the articulation, and then wrap this review up. And there you have the front. All the paint on the dino diaper does come through as the gold chest and the aforementioned smoky plastic and red Autobot symbol. He's got nice metallic-y, kind of flecky blue paint for that visor. I really like that. The arms are the same as the dino legs, so you've got no paint except for the dino toesies, and then the hands are molded in black. You've got this nice red plastic here with some painted red above it, and the color matching is not terrible. even if they're right next to each other. You can see the difference if you're paying attention to it, but if you're just playing with the toy or someone's walking in and looking, it's not blam noticeable at a glance. Down here you've got the blue, red, and green as mentioned, plus the black on the toes, swiveling to the side. There is no real new paint, and then the back is just the head, dino chest halves, and the bottom of the tail. So no paint back here either, but lots of nice molded details for sure. This is your standard kind of Grimlocky back pose, but these are kind of floppy back and forth on mine, and they have pretty much been since day one. So we're covering slight articulation here, but these can move in and out and up and down. So what I end up doing is I take his dino arms and kind of nestle them up in here and just have the backpack nice and tidy like this. Kind of saves on shelf space a little bit. And then from the front, he doesn't have his Grimlock wings, but to me they stay a lot better that way. Other articulation includes the ball jointed head. So you got your 360, you have tilt, you have little, like really little up. Oh, you've got a decent amount down, and then the slab the head is on isn't super secured, so if you wanted more up, you could do that if you didn't mind the sculpt breakage. And then down, he didn't really need it down, but you can make him look like maybe he's got snacks in there or something, I don't know. You've got 360 ratcheted shoulder thanks to the dino leg ratchets. Dino thighs equals robot bicep, and then there's that elbow joint that I showed off, and one joint gets you over 90 degrees. You do have wrist rotation, and then the hands can move in due to transformation, but they do clip out. And then you've got this nice big old gap here. That's one of the things the upgrade kit fixes, but I'm not too bothered by it. For your waist, you have a 360 rotation. For your hips, these are ratcheted. I don't know if you can hear that. Very soft clicking. So they're very soft ratchets. But it'll soft ratchet all the way back and soft ratchet all the way forward. And then you've got your friction out to the side. Very nice, stiff friction. That's not going anywhere, but he can do the full splits. You do have thigh rotation here around this upper part, and then because it is leader class, they've got two halves on the legs, so it's nice and uniform, no hollow bits. The inside of the legs here look really nice, other than if they put gray paint on here, which they haven't painted any of this, but if they painted this gray and picked out some of these details, the inside of these legs would look super duper awesome instead of just regular bad awesome. I don't want to say a swear. 90 degree knee bend, just about, maybe a little shy, and then you do have ankle tilt all the way down, and there's this nice chunk of plastic that is molded onto the foot to make it look like it is still attached, and that's a really nice touch. And somewhere down the line in our Dinobot December we'll run into a guy that does not have that touch, which is slightly disappointing. But that is basically it for your Studio Series Leader Class Grimlock adventure, and I thought it was a very, very strong start to the Studio Series Dinobots, and I was really, really excited to collect them because I've never had a set of G1 Dinobots, and I was not really pleased in the aesthetic of the Power of the Prime ones. I'm bumping everything, but I think that the combiner made the other modes look weak, and they definitely sacrificed, and the combiner itself without an upgrade kit was not that pleasant. So other than being poor and broke all the time back then, I also wouldn't have picked it up for those reasons. So I'm really happy I can get these Dinobots now. Anyway, with that out of the way, don't forget to check out the transformation video shortly if you want to see how he works, and go ahead and give those and this a like if you want to, and go ahead and subscribe if you aren't, if you so desire, and I will see you in the next episode of the show.